What would you do if you found a wallet containing nearly $50,000? Well, you hadn't eaten in 2 days. Most people believe they already know the answer. But on one freezing winter morning in New York City, one homeless veteran made a decision that shocked an entire nation. This is a story about honesty, sacrifice, and the unbelievable reward that no one saw coming. The icy wind rushed through the crowded streets of Manhattan as people hurried to work without noticing the old man sitting outside a subway entrance. His name was Daniel Brooks, a 67-year-old U.S. Army veteran. Years earlier, Daniel had proudly served his country overseas. But after returning home, tragedy struck one piece at a time. His wife passed away after battling cancer. Medical bills drained everything he had. Eventually, he lost his house, his savings, and almost everyone he once called family. Now, his entire life fit inside one worn-out backpack. For the last 2 days, Daniel hadn't eaten a proper meal. His stomach growled as the smell of fresh coffee and warm bagels drifted from a nearby cafe. He quietly looked away. He refused to beg. Instead, he collected empty bottles, cleaned sidewalks whenever someone offered a few dollars, and survived with the dignity he had promised himself he would never lose. That morning, as he slowly stood up to search another trash bin, something black caught his eye near the curb. A leather wallet. It looked expensive. Daniel picked it up carefully. Inside was something that instantly made his heart race. Stacks of crisp $100 bills, one after another, nearly $50,000 in cash. Alongside the money were several platinum credit cards and a driver's license. The name printed on it stopped him cold. Ethan Carter, one of America's youngest billionaire tech CEOs. Daniel looked around. No one seemed to be searching. He quietly closed the wallet, but deep inside, a battle had already begun. Daniel held the wallet tightly as snowflakes drifted onto his worn military jacket. For a long moment, he simply stared at it. $50,000. It was more money than he had seen in years. With that cash, he could rent a small apartment, buy warm clothes, eat real meals, and finally sleep in a bed instead of under a bridge. No one had seen him pick it up. No security guard. No police officer. No witnesses. For the first time in years, life had handed him what looked like a miracle. But then another voice echoed in his mind. It was his late father's voice, the same words he had heard as a child. Your character is measured by what you do when nobody is watching. Daniel slowly closed the wallet. He knew exactly what he had to do. The driver's license listed the headquarters of Carter Technologies in downtown Manhattan. It was nearly 5 miles away. Without enough money for a bus ticket, Daniel began walking through the freezing streets. After almost 2 exhausting hours, he finally reached the towering glass building. The security guards immediately blocked his path. "Sir, you can't come in here." Daniel calmly held up the wallet. "I believe your CEO lost this." The guards exchanged doubtful looks. One of them laughed quietly. Another searched the wallet and suddenly froze. Everything was inside. Every dollar, every card, every document. Within minutes, the building erupted into chaos. Employees whispered as Daniel was escorted to the top floor. Inside a luxurious office overlooking the New York skyline stood Ethan Carter. The young billionaire looked pale and exhausted. The moment he saw the wallet, relief washed across his face. "You found this." Daniel simply nodded. "I believe it belongs to you." Ethan opened the wallet. Nothing was missing, not a single dollar. He looked up at the homeless veteran with disbelief. Then he asked one question that would change both of their lives forever. "Why didn't you keep it?" The office fell completely silent. Every executive in the room waited for Daniel's answer. The homeless veteran smiled softly before speaking. "I spent 22 years wearing my country's uniform. During that time, I learned something money can never buy." He paused, looking Ethan Carter in the eyes. "If I had kept that wallet, I might have gained $50,000, but I would have lost the one thing I still own, my honor." No one said a word. Ethan slowly closed the wallet, visibly moved. For the first time in years, the billionaire wasn't thinking like a businessman. He was thinking like a son. Daniel reminded him of his own father, a hardworking veteran who had taught him that success means nothing without integrity. Instead of offering Daniel a reward, Ethan surprised everyone. "I don't want to pay you for your honesty," he said. "I want to invest in the man behind it." The next morning, Daniel's story appeared on local news. Within hours, it had spread across social media. Millions of Americans watched the video of the homeless veteran returning a fortune he could have easily kept. But Ethan wasn't finished. He announced that Daniel would become the community outreach director for the Carter Foundation, leading programs that helped homeless veterans rebuild their lives. Along with the job came a fully furnished apartment, health care, a reliable salary, and something Daniel hadn't felt in years, a sense of belonging. Months later, Daniel stood on a stage in front of hundreds of veterans. He wasn't there to talk about money. He was there to remind people that even when life takes everything away, it can never steal your character unless you give it away yourself. The audience rose to their feet in a standing ovation. Daniel smiled through tears. For the first time in a very long time, he wasn't being remembered as a homeless man. He was being honored as a hero. Moral of the story: honesty may not make you rich overnight, but it builds a reputation that money can never buy. True character is revealed by the choices you make when no one is watching. Thank you for watching The Hidden Chapters. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who believes that honesty still matters. Remember, true character is revealed by the choices we make when no one is watching. See you in the next Hidden Chapter.